Well, he's a cutie pie. I might put him in Potomac. Okay, yes. Yeah, he can come right on to Potomac.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Richie Sky. We're back with another video, and we got a lot to cover today, as per the norm. Before we even get started with that, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell button so you don't miss a single drop of news that we got. And today we're going to be talking about some Shamari news. We got a big old fight that happened with Nene just in the past day. Porsha is talking Phaedra and Kenya. We got another fight from the Real Housewives of New Jersey. I got footage of that too. And we're talking about Lisa Vanderpump, Lisa Rinna, and Teddy Mellencamp, and two of those people might be fired. So let's get into all of the goods. Now, before we even get to this whole fight with Nene, I gotta talk about something that we spoke about yesterday. On yesterday's video, if you go back and watch yesterday, I took and told y'all that the streets was saying that Shamari was preggers. Well, now Media Takeout is jumping on it as well, and they're saying the same thing. Let's get into it. All right, so they say Shamari Devoe from the Atlanta Housewives is pregnant, and we have receipts. According to multiple sources close to the Devoe family, Ronnie and Shamari are expecting another baby. We're told that the couple who already have twin boys that turn 2 in a few weeks are just under 3 months along. And our source claims that Shamari got pregnant again, at least in part to secure her spot on next year's cast of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Up until a few weeks ago, it was all but certain that Shamari was getting dropped from the show. But now that she's pregnant, there's hope that she may return. When we notified a Bravo executive that Shamari was pregnant, the exec told us, well, that changes things. Now she'll probably be asked back. Shamari, who was a member of the 2000s group Black, is now married to New Edition star Ronnie Devoe. And we have some receipts of Shamari's pregnancy, allegedly, from pics released during Kandi's recent Welcome to the Dungeon tour. The picture shows Shamari's belly, and clearly it looks like she's pregnant in these images. There you have it. The streets are also saying that Shamari may be pregnant. Now listen, to be very honest with you, I don't really know. Based on the photos, okay? Based on the photos alone, because maybe the girl just got a big sway in her back or something like that. Y'all know what a sway is? I think a sway is when your back, a girl, I think it's mostly with girls, but it's some guys too. When your back go like that, like, okay, this is the back, right? And then your butt go out like that. And so then it causes some people's stomach to protrude when they got a sway. So then, I don't know if she just got a sway in her back. I really don't know. Or maybe she just ate right before she took the photo. I don't know. But as usual, who cares what I think? I want to know what y'all think. Comment down below. Let me know if y'all think she's actually pregnant. And let me know if y'all think that this is going to secure her a spot on season 12. Because I don't think it will. Let's move on to Porsha. Okay, so just a bit of light, fun news. Porsha is talking about Kenya and Phaedra in a recent interview, and she's basically just telling us how she really feels about the both of them. Get into this.
Offer for Kenya. How I welcome her back? Welcome her back? A play date. You know, I mean, like, I don't know. Like, we haven't. I'm so busy. You know, just getting used to being a new mom, and she's really busy because she's back to work with her baby and just life itself. Yeah. Like, if we could just take a moment and get the kids together, I think it would be great for the audience to see. Like, because behind the scenes, we've been bonding over being new moms.
Right.
And I don't even think about the past and how our relationship used to be because I've let that go. And I think she's let that go. Okay. And I support her, and she's been supporting me, and it just works.
Awesome. What's your current relationship with Miss Phaedra Parks?
Phaedra's great. Phaedra and I support each other a little bit from afar. I would like to have lunch with her and stuff, but again, I don't really leave the house that much.
Okay, so listen, I'm here for this whole Porsha situation and not having no beef with Kenya. Can I tell y'all something? That beef lasted so long. Oh my God, it was exhausting. I was exhausted by the whole situation. I mean, even though the reads and the shade were fun and funny and stuff like that, I felt like dang, how many seasons we gonna have to see this? I wanna see some evolution in these ladies, you know what I'm saying? So finally, Lord Jesus fixed it, okay? Finally, these two women are back on the same page, and I could not be happier about that. Now that we got all of that good stuff out of the way, let's talk about Nene, because this story is crazy. So Nene Leakes from the Atlanta Housewives got into a heated argument with a fan. Nene threatened the fan with violence, and the fan ended up cussing out Nene and calling the Bravo star a man. It all started at the airport in Atlanta when two fans approached Nene and tried to start a conversation. Nene, who was busy on her phone, ignored the ladies, and that upset the two fans. So the woman decided to read Nene right there in the airport. One lady called Nene a man, and the other lady told Nene that everything people say about you on Atlanta Housewives is true. But Nene wasn't just going to stand there and be berated by the women. The top paid Atlanta housewife then appeared to threaten the woman with physical violence. Nene told the lady, "You're gonna get your ass whooped if you don't get out of my face." The angry fan must have realized that Nene was serious because she walked away shortly after Nene issued her ultimatum. And here's what the angry fan had to say about the interaction. And this is by Tanya Barr. Y'all, I really had to read Nene Leakes because Shaniqua Tisdale tried to speak to her and she gave her the yuck face. Like, girl, don't touch me. And my thing is, she's supposed to be this role model and idol, but that's not what a role model and idol do. Everything the girls be saying about her on the show is true, and I had to tell her about herself. So she proceeded to talk reckless, and so did I. She even went as far as saying that I'm going to get my ass whipped. And I told her that will be the day, girl. She called security on me thinking that was gonna stop me from getting on the flight. The security officer didn't even know her. She is beyond rude. Okay. Can we get all the way up into this? Okay? Can we get all the way up into this? Girl, see, I don't know if this really worked out on in your favor because you tagged the Shade Room, and honestly, everybody gonna see that comment in that post in the Shade Room. And to be quite frank with you, I feel as though Miss Tiana, I feel like you made the wrong move here. Okay, at the end of the day, Nene tried. If we look at the video, Nene tried to tell you, little Miss Lady, that she was on the phone. And I am quite sure, just like many of us, especially because she did have her earpiece in, you could clearly see she was on the phone. So whatever you get at that point is what you get because you are interrupting her on a phone call. It wasn't just like she was just standing there with nothing to do, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, she also has a right to her own privacy at that moment. Like, what is she supposed to say? You know what I'm saying? Listen, if I'm on the phone, you come up running to me talking about, you know, what I'm gonna probably do is I'm like, hold on for a second. You know, I'm on this call right now and it's real important. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, people, you just don't know what a person is going through or what they're dealing with right in that moment. And so you can't say how a person should react in a situation. I know we talked about some of her reactions to some of the things in the past, but let me know whose side are y'all on. Are y'all on Tiana's side? Are y'all on Nene's side in this? Because the people in the Shade Room comments was not here for it, okay? They were reading this girl for filth, and then when I tried to go to the Instagram page, that thing had been shut down. Look, you can't even get to it no more. So clearly she felt embarrassed by all of that. And I don't know if it's still on Facebook or not, because I don't want to go look, but y'all can. And let me know in the comments what y'all find. Because I feel like what she probably needed to do was shut down her page, because at the end of the day, the way the people was reading her and they were dragging her for filth. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, ooh, girl, this was not the right move to make. So I'm going to tell y'all the truth. On this one, I'm a little bit team Nene, because y'all know, listen, she was not here for the shits today. She wasn't here for it. She just wasn't here for it. And I don't feel like at that point in time, given the whole setup of the situation, clearly she said, I'm gonna go read this chick And then she said, girl, get your phone out so you can record this so we can upload it to the Shade Room. This is my opportunity to read Nene. Let me go off on her. And I know a lot of y'all don't like her, so I know some of y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all would have wanted to do the same thing too, but at the end of the day, that may not always be the best move to make. But anyway, who cares what I think? Y'all let me know in the comments whose team y'all on. Y'all team Tiana, y'all team Nene. What y'all think about this whole situation? I think it's crazy. And just for good measure, let's just see it again one more time.
No, everything that people say about you on the show, it is true. And you should be right talking to me, honey. You should be right. You should. You're taking care of it. But you got money though. Girl, buy with the rainbow clothes. Girl, bye.
All right, before we move on, real quick, I just want to let you guys know that Nene Leakes will be in Washington, D.C. this weekend. She will be hosting a Pride party. So if you guys are in Washington, D.C. and you're interested in something like that, then go check that out. Let's move on to Real Housewives of New Jersey, because I got video of a huge fight that occurred in the Hamptons when they were on their cash trip that caused them to have to leave the trip 2 days early. Yes, Melissa and Jennifer got into it yet again. Y'all remember that they got into it last year, and Jennifer broke that glass and turned it into a shank and tried to shank her. They got into it again. Allegedly, the fight actually started between Jennifer and Jackie when she called Jackie. She said that she had a eating disorder and that she was cheap. And then she apparently called Melissa a bad mom. And then Dolores, OG Dolores, I gotta call her OG because she used to work in the prison system. So, you know, she bout it, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, she tried to raise up her hand and Melissa's like, nah, get that thing out of my face. Anyway, watch the video. Oh, dramatic. But did y'all notice how Margaret and Teresa was over there snickering and laughing off on the sidelines while the whole thing was going down? Honestly, I might have been doing the same damn thing, trying to order myself another mimosa while all of this stuff going down. And if y'all getting my cash trip canceled, I want all the liquor that I can take in, okay? So we'll have to find out more about what's going on, but this makes a lot of like showdowns happen. Apparently, Margaret threw a drink at Danielle. Danielle set Margaret's purse on fire, and Teresa has thrown some wine or some water at something or someone. So this season looks like it's about to be lit, and Real Housewives of New Jersey will be back in October, I'm hearing. So be on the lookout for that. Now let's move on to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Gotcha. Anyway, let's talk about that because it looks like several cast members could be on the chopping block, and I want to get into that. But I also want to talk about the sort of beef that everybody is having with Camille, because she's been going at it back and forth with a couple of her castmates, and I want to get into that, and then I want to get into who may be getting fired and who may be actually just being demoted. So let's talk about it. All right, so it says, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Camille Grammer was thrilled about how her wedding turned out. So when her co-stars dissed her big day during a recent interview, Camille retaliated by shading them back and bringing up Dorit's finances. The Instagram post in question was a clip from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show where the ladies were asked to give their highlights from the wedding. Dorit Kinsley sat in silence as she pondered what she remembered most about the wedding, and Camille wasn't having it. Dorit later noted that it was in Hawaii, the sunset, and the rainbow. In the comments on that particular post, Camille wrote that her co-stars were being unkind and no one forced them to travel to Hawaii to be part of her big day. The ladies are being mean. Nobody put a gun to their head to show up. They didn't have to go, Camille wrote in a reply to the post. It goes to show that all the money in the world doesn't give you class or good manners, a fan noted, to which Camille replied, especially Dorit and Teddy. Dorit, what money? Oh, the shade. It's no secret that Camille and Teddy Mellencamp don't get along these days. They recently got into a heated Twitter feud, and Teddy brought up Camille's divorce settlement of $30 million when Camille had labeled her as entitled. In the video, Teddy notes that the biggest highlight for her was the departure. Camille's dig at Dorit's financial troubles could be related to Dorit's husband, Paul Kemsley, also known as PK, who has been ordered to court for an examination of his finances. The ruling is regarding a $1.2 million debt stemming from a loan he borrowed back in 2011. He has reportedly paid off $250,000, which covered the interest on the loan. He will reportedly have to share details about his assets, properties, bank accounts, and sources of income in court next month. PK is also making headlines over unpaid taxes and alleged continuous spending. In other Real Housewives of Beverly Hills news, following a recent report that Bravo might be looking to fire some of the ladies after the Puppygate debacle, Lisa Rinna is speaking out and admitting that she might be on the chopping block. According to a report by All About the Real Housewives site, Bravo is reportedly considering demoting Teddy to a friend or firing her altogether, in addition to possibly letting Rinna go as well. Playing the protagonist gets tiring to watch after a while, a source revealed, adding that casting isn't a problem for the producers of the show and Rinna is close behind. The report reveals that Bravo's tolerance for Housewives' social media behavior has changed from where it was a few years back, and they are examining how to deal with this. Rinna admitted also that she doesn't know what the future holds. It is uncertain, as is life, she told the website. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's really get into this, shall we? Let's get into it. Okay, at the end of the day, I feel like we could lose Teddy. We could bring on Camille and Brandy. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's really shake some things up here. You know what I'm saying? Teddy, to me, should just be Kyle's best friend on the show, and she should just be an extra person that we have on the show. Listen, I feel like that way she continues to get the benefit of having the viewers, see what she's up to, from time to time, and she can go about being an accountability coach and taking care of her kids. I feel like that's where her heart is. Also feel like she's kind of boring to me. To be very honest with you, she's boring. Outside of her continuous feuds with Lisa Vanderpump and Camille, she's actually very boring. Now, who I actually wouldn't want to lose is Lisa Rinna. But Lisa Rinna can have some loose lips, okay? She can get real trigger happy on Twitter and that sort of thing. So I feel like that might need to educate her on that because, I don't know, I feel like she reacts to a lot of things, which also makes her a good character to me. And she's funny. She is funny as hell. Like, to me, even though she gets on my nerves with the things that she does with Lisa Vanderpump, I feel like her overall contribution to the show is usually pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Even if she doesn't have a sidekick on her own, I feel like she does well on her own, and I like that. But I also think that you need to balance out a Lisa Rinna with a Kim Richards, because Kim Richards knows how to get into Lisa Rinna. You know what I'm saying? She knows how to get right into her, because Kim Richards legit ain't afraid of none of these. Okay? And I had to say that. She's not afraid of them. And that's what they need on that show, because right now I feel like you have a bunch of cliques. You have a clique, right? And everybody wants to be in this clique. And it's really the Erika Jane clique. I feel like it's really the Erika Jane clique. To be very honest with you, because I feel like she has such a presence and she has such star power that the rest of the ladies kind of just want to just be in good with her. And I feel like that's not the way the Housewives should go, particularly for like somebody like Kyle, who is a bad, on her own. Kyle is legit like one of the Housewives that I actually really love the most as from her first season, okay? And then having met her, I feel kind of partial to her. So I feel like you need a Kim Richards on this show to really shake things up. And I feel like bringing back her and bringing back Brandy and bringing back Camille. And then if you really want to be honest, I would bring back Taylor Armstrong, because Taylor Armstrong really knew how to shake things up. And I feel like then you would have a more equal cast, especially if you don't keep Lisa Vanderpump, who we hear that she's trying to get a spinoff for Vanderpump Rules with her new restaurant in Vegas. So to me, she's already got her hands full, and I think that Lisa Vanderpump would be better in a mentor role on that type of show than she would, because what Lisa fails to do, and I love her, is she fails to engage with the ladies. Listen, the moment they are accusing me of lying and stuff like that, I'm going off on all of them. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like she doesn't have the capability to do that on a one-on-one type situation. But she will make you pay for it in some way, shape, or form. But I just feel like no more passive-aggressive stuff on this show. I need some real, let's mix it up type stuff happening on this show. So we'll see what else happens with the rest of the season. All I know is that Kim Richards is back next week, and I'm super excited. Yes! All right, so that's all we got for y'all this week. Listen, hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell button, because I'm coming at y'all with videos daily. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at DJ Richie Scott. And guess what? I will see you in the next video.